Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope that you were able to hear some of the holiday music that we were playing. If not, the slide in and of itself will give you a good feel for what today's workshop will be about. We are going to be unwrapping success with an ultimate holiday gift guide series led by our fearless leader, Miss Roslyn Rice. And before I turn it over to Roslyn, I just want to go over a few things about the SBDC, and then we will jump right into today's workshop. So the Florida SBDC network is funded in part through a cooperative agreement with the U.S. Small Business Administration. We have many different Florida SBDC networks. If you are joining us today, we are the South Florida SBDC network at FIU. In the chat, I will provide a link for you to find out about all of the different SBDC networks here in the state of Florida. What's special about what we do here at the SBDC is that we offer free services that include one-on-one business consulting, startup assistance, access to capital and financial management, international trade development, marketing and growth strategies, government contracting. We also have a lot of different information, data, and market research that we can offer you, and then trainings and workshops such as the one that you are attending today. And without further ado, I am going to turn it over to your instructor for today's webinar, Ms. Roslyn Rice.
Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here. I am going to pull up my slides. I just want you to think about when you think about holiday, what comes to mind for you? This can be an exciting time of the year for some, it could be a stressful time in the year. So just put in the chat what comes up to you. Think about that it's going to start getting darker soon. You're going to start having some of your favorite beverages. The kids are going to be home from school. And really think about everything that evokes in you, no matter what holiday you celebrate at the end of the year. What comes to mind? So you can just kind of put that into the chat and think about, the little people like Jingle Bells, and there's like the Polar Express on TV and all of those great holiday movies. I want to let you know that I love this time of the year simply because it is when you are able to most likely, if you're organized, sell the most amount of products that you are able to sell. But let me tell you how I know this. I have been in retail for 25 years at a corporate level. I have worked for some of the largest power brands in the world, whether it's been Michael Kors, Armani Exchange, whether it's been Macy's. I've dealt with a lot of different brands going to market for holiday season. And so this next 2 weeks, obviously today and then next week, Wednesday, we're going to be doing different parts of how do you prepare for holiday. I did something similar like this last year, and I had business owner after business owner come to me and said, I've had my most productive, the highest amount of sales I've ever made in a week because of this course. So please listen up, take some good notes, settle in, and really have a good time. So I want you to think on a scale from 1 to 5, we'll do again, I want us to be interactive. So I'm going to be asking you some questions to put in the chat. How important is it to you to sell your products this holiday? I would imagine most of you are selling products versus services, but even if you are selling services, how important? Is it not really important to sell this holiday? I hope no one puts that answer. Or is it important? How important is it to you on a scale of 1 to 5? Let us know. All right. Um, so
As a 5.
Awesome. Yeah. This holiday season, thank you, Alexis, is so important. So, what are we going to be talking about over the next 2 weeks? We're going to talk about how do you create an operational timeline. You will walk away from this session having an understanding of what needs to go inside of your kind of operational timeline for your business. How do you hire people that will shine for you this holiday if that's what you're going to be investing in? How do you develop products that wow? This is obviously a time where there's a lot of gift giving. So how do you develop those products that really wow, bring in 2 and 3 different items together? We're going to talk about sparkling pop-up events. I know that many of you are doing pop-up events. You're in farmers market, festivals, and participating and exhibiting in all different locations. So how do you really make that shine? And then what is a go-to-market strategy? Maybe you're launching a brand new product. Let's say you have skincare and there's a brand new scent and you're getting ready to launch it. You got some pumpkin spice going on. How do you have a great strategy to make that work? So that's what we're going to talk about during these next 2 weeks. So, I first want us to start off talking about you and how you manage your time. What is going to be most important this holiday is how you manage your time. Time management, the way in which you're using your time, being effective with it is incredibly important. I want you to know oftentimes when we talk about resources in our business, we think about money, but your time is as important as the money that you have in your business. So we have less than 100 days. I think we're about 95 days before December 31st, which means we only have about 88 days before December 25th, which for many, Christmas is a huge time of the year. And it's Christmas as well. December 25th is also the start of um, Hanukkah. So October is starting next week, 88 days. You are in the right place. So I want us to kind of let go of the limiting belief that we often will say, I don't have time, right? Many of us will say, I don't have time, you fill in the blank for whatever it might be. But I wanted to really challenge that thinking. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have the same 168 hours in a week with 7 days. And so consider if I said to you, I want you to exercise 3 to 4 days a week. And you say to me, Rosalind, I don't have time to exercise. And I say to you, listen, if you start exercising, you're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You're going to have it as a health benefit. And I say, if you decide to start exercising, I'm going to pay you $100,000. If I said that to you, will you actually start exercising? Yes or no? You can put that answer in the chat. Do you think that if I said, I'm going to pay you $100,000, I'm going to give that to your business if you start exercising 3 to 4 times a week, even though you said, I do not have time, do you think that you will actually start exercising? And if I look at the chat, guess what? Most of you will most likely say, yes, I will, because it's not about you not having time. It's about what are you prioritizing? And we're going to talk a lot about what are you prioritizing? We all have the same 168 hours in a week. How are you prioritizing it? This today we're really going to talk about what do you need to prioritize to have a very successful holiday. So, I want you to first think about when do you feel most productive? Like as you are thinking about your day, is it the morning, anywhere from like around 7 to 11 a.m.? You are like, I am on purpose. I am a morning person. Or are you a person who really comes alive in the afternoon? You're not really a morning person, but man, from about 12 to 4 in the middle of the day, you are clicking on all cylinders. Or are you the person that is more like, I only like to come alive at night? Like, I have a sister, she is an evening person. There is something about the when the clock stops, kind of strikes 8 or 9 p.m., she just kind of comes alive and really has a lot of creative ideas during that time. So think about, when are you the most productive? You can either put it in the chat or think about it on your own, because you need to start understanding as you go into holiday, what's my green zone? When am I the most productive? What's my yellow zone? That's where you feel your energy start to dip a little bit in your day. And then what's my red zone? Like, you've hit a wall, there is no more productivity you're able to do because you are just tired by that time of the day. I'll use myself as an example. Morning, that is my green zone. I am most creative in the morning. In the afternoon, I know that my energy level dips. I know that I can get some things done. It's going to take me longer because my energy level has dipped. But in the evening, I hit a wall. That is my red zone. It's important for you to know these green, yellow, and red zones as a business owner, because you want to know when you have that kind of zone of brilliance. That's when you want to do your most mission critical sales driving activities for your business. Whenever you are on green, that's when you don't want to waste time doing something that you absolutely hate. You want to do something that is driving your business forward, making phone calls, closing some deals, negotiating with your suppliers. I remember when I used to take all of my coffee meetups in the morning. Well, the morning was when I would, I'm on green, like I'm most productive. But I would burn away 2 to 3 hours, come home, burn away 2 or 3 hours talking to someone. So now all of my meetup appointments I do in the afternoon, because when I meet with someone, it helps to energize me a little bit more. So know your green, red, and your yellow kind of time zones, because you want to do, again, those mission critical assignments when you are on green. Protect that green zone. And you want to know why? Because time is money. Your time as a business owner, there's a lot of activities that you're doing in your business. I would imagine many of you are solopreneurs. Time is money. And so you want to understand when you are most productive. There should be time where you block on your calendar where you are doing kind of the same task, but you're doing them for instance, social media. Let me explain it this way. You want to kind of block time on your calendar where you're able to create 5 or so videos for the month, and then you're done. You use a scheduling tool like a Sprout Social or Hootsuite or Canva to schedule out your post, but you choose for 2 hours. Some of you are so creative and you can do it very quickly, where you're scheduling all your posts for the upcoming month. And then that task is automatically off of your desk. The other thing is, you want to be, when you're in your green zone, that's when you want to follow up with people. That's probably when you're most confident, you're on purpose. That's when you want to follow up with your leads. Try to follow up with 5 to 10 leads every single week, especially as you get ready for holiday. That is a sales driving activity. Don't do the in the weeds administrative work when you're on green. Save that for another time in your day. The things that matter most to you should be mapped onto your calendar, right? This is one of my own quotes. I know sometimes you're going to have webinars where someone's quoting themselves, quoting other people. I'm quoting myself. The things that matter to you most should be mapped onto your calendar. So if you are time blocking to be more effective with your time, and you're saying, I'm scheduling my posts, put that on your calendar. October 1st, I'm scheduling all my posts for October, and then you're done for the month. You'll just add in little things here and there if you choose to. All right. So again, the most important part of the holiday season is you. Because if you are not managing your time well, you will feel like you're spinning your wheels and not really getting anything done. So, what are the benefits of being prepared for the holiday? Here's a retail insider, like a little bit of secret sauce. Large retailers will prepare for holiday all year. They start in January. So by the time October comes, they already have their orders going into their stores. They have like visual guides letting the individual stores know how to set up the stores, what product to highlight, what to put on sale, when to put it on sale. So being ready for holiday allows you to have greater quality control. You're getting your product in early so you know whether you like it or not. Is it the right consistency? Let's say if you're selling, a type of oil or lotions or skincare, you're also able to have consistent marketing because you already know what you're going to be marketing. So you're very consistent on all your social media platforms because you're using a scheduling tool like Canva or Hootsuite or Sprout Social. You've talked to someone, whether it is a family member, a lot of us will kind of hire our family members, or it could be someone who's home from college. You're going to have a more effective person selling for you or helping you do the product development because you have prepared for holiday. You're going to have a greater online presence because the people who are following you on social media know that you've been preparing for holiday and you have greater customer engagement. So, quality control, consistent marketing, you're going to have that high level of engagement because you've let your very important, customers in behind the scenes of what's going on as you prepare for holiday. Another insider secret is holiday can sometimes represent upwards of 30% of your total year. If you do it correctly and you are aggressive with what you are putting on sale and how you are marketing, sometimes if you look at your total revenue for 2024, you might get 30% of it just in the month of November and December. So that is why you start to see these aggressive marketing campaigns from retailers, no matter who it might be. You can pick your favorite retailer. You're going to start getting emails. You're going to start getting Christmas catalogs. You or wherever you've bought last year, they're going to start sending you information in the mail because they know that they want to capture your money first, right? So it's important to be prepared to be able to kind of capture and be top of mind for your clients. All right. So here's another secret sauce. One thing that's important is to kind of make a timeline for yourself. So these slides will be available to you. This is also being recorded. But what's great is you can decide that I want to launch my holiday product on whatever specific date. In this example that I'm giving you, imagine that you're launching your product on November the 1st, right? You're saying, I have this new fall scents for my skincare business, and I'm going to launch this to my clients on November the 1st. I always Here's a little inside secret. There's what we call a soft launch, meaning that you're going to kind of do a behind the scenes and let people know in advance before you put it out to your general public. So people who have been shopping with you all year, you have their emails, you're marketing to them on email. You're going to say to them, "Hey, I'm getting ready to have this launch on November 1st," but you're getting an insider scoop on what is the most important item for the holiday. You can start a pre-order. So let's say you do that on October 25th. So what do you do to kind of get you through the holiday? And that's what we're going to talk about. Before September, that's when you're really looking to say, who do I need to hire as maybe new suppliers? I want to have new packaging, or I want to go to a new supplier for my raw materials. The person I've used in the past is too expensive. You're doing all of those activities before September. Maybe you want to partner with a co-manufacturer. You're sourcing all of that before September. I say start doing that in during summer, in that June and July timeframe. So in September, you're starting to think about what product do I want to develop during the holiday? And not only what product, but how many items do I actually want to sell? Right? So you might say, hey, of this one bottle of water, here, I'll show my bottle of water. I want to sell 500 of these, or I want to sell 250 of these. Think about how many items you want to sell because that's going to let you know how much raw materials you actually need. You're also wanting to start sourcing different locations. Again, where do you want to show up as an exhibitor and make sure that you are showcasing your product? So you're starting to already think about what farmers market, sometimes you have to apply in advance. What farmers market, where do you want to exhibit? What festivals do you want to be a part of? Already start thinking about that now and even into October. The other thing I would say is as you are starting to develop new product, think about when you want to have a photo shoot so that you will have those images to be able to use in your marketing campaigns, as well as you will be able to put and update your website. So, as we move into October, what do you really want to focus October on? Once you know the product that you're going to launch, you know when you're going to launch it, and you know how many you want to sell. October, you really want to focus on what is my marketing strategy. And let me tell you, that is why we are here at the SBDC to really help you think through what is my marketing strategy? Where am I going to show up? What platforms am I going to sell on? Whether it's Shopify, whether it's Square, whether it's just through Google, maybe it's Facebook Marketplace. You're going to decide where you want to sell and you're going to have those new fresh photos. Maybe it's you need to take some new headshots, right? So maybe it's pictures of you that you're going to be taking, but you want to update your website, get all of those activities done in October so that when the actual holiday comes, you're not worried about, I got to take pictures of this and does it look right? So you're sourcing locations, you're focused on your marketing strategies, and you're making sure that you're updating your website. It's so important. Your website is never a one and done. You should be changing it, gosh, at least every 3 months, especially if you're selling products, but at the minimum, at least 2 times a year. I would say if you're able to do it once a month, maybe change the image that you have on the landing page, not your whole website. But you always want it to look fresh because you want, depending on what you're selling, you want them to see and be on your website multiple times throughout the year because they know that you're going to be sending out different, you're going to be showcasing different products. Um, so in October, you're really thinking about your email marketing. You are sending these teasers talking about holiday. For instance, fall just started on Sunday. So maybe you're saying fall in love with this new collection or fall in love with this new fragrance, or you're highlighting your new pumpkin spice deodorant or whatever it might be. So you're really starting that engagement with your clients. Maybe you really haven't focused on email marketing. October is the perfect time to do that. Again, because you want to capture new clients, you want to engage your old clients, but you also want to start thinking about maybe having gift cards that you will offer during November and December, which is a part of your marketing campaign. So think about possibly having gift cards. You also might want to start a loyalty program. If they spend X amount of dollars with you, they might get a 5 or 10% savings. Think about that. And then you're preparing, obviously, for the individual events. So all of your branding, whether you're going to have a poster, whether you're going to have postcards on the table, your QR codes, you're going to get all of that done in October because remember, our launch date is November 1st. So what do I mean by that? Your launch day is you're going to be on your social media platform saying, hey, this is our new product. This is our new holiday product. You're going to have some holiday bells playing to kind of get that client into the heart of holiday. You're going to prepare, start thinking about what you want to do for Black Friday. Black Friday is by far the mother of all shopping days in the year, Black Friday. But now Black Friday starts earlier and earlier. You're going to start hearing people talk about Black Friday in October, right? So that's why you want to start really narrowing down your marketing strategy. And again, I would love to kind of help you through that process, and focus on what you're going to put on social media, what social media you're going to focus on, if you're going to do any type of ads, and obviously updating your website. But you have this big launch, you're going to put it on your website, you're going to sell out, you're going to send out, email marketing saying we're launching, get a, maybe there's a introductory price that you're putting it out at. But this is the time to really test and understand what your clients are. Do they like it? Do they not like it? When November 1st comes, it's important to start selling, right? That bottle of water or whatever it is that you're selling, it's time for you to kind of put it out there and start selling. When you think about what else happens in November? Absolutely, Black Friday. You want to be able to provide an incredible discount that you have not been able to provide earlier this year. Um, People look for value during Black Friday, but it's not just Black Friday, right? There's Black Friday, there's Shop Small Saturday. So think about where you want to be on that Saturday. And then there's also Cyber Monday. So it's not just about Black Friday. It's really that entire weekend and into Monday. And then there's that Giving Tuesday, right? If you have a nonprofit. So Black Friday, Shop Small Saturday, Cyber Monday, you can have these, different promotions, or you can decide there's one promotion, I'm just going to have it for 3 days. But think about it. I know I had a lady last week, on average, last year, she would sell, what was she selling? Hair products. She would normally sell about three, $2,000 to $3,000, more like $2,000 to $3,000 a week. As her and I worked together, here's the success story. She sold $8,000 the week of Black Friday. She was very aggressive in promoting. She made a lot of money that week, and she came and was so excited that she was prepared to be able to even sell that much. But it took a lot of work in the beginning to make her prepared for Black Friday. So really think about even what you have online, you want to match what you will have when you're selling in the farmers market. So let's say that you are, I see Sonia's on the call. Sonia sells swimwear, and I know that she's going to be selling her swimwear either at the Ritz-Carlton or the JW Marriott. She wants to make sure that whatever her Black Friday special is, she's going to have it not only online, but you also want to be able to match that on your in your whatever location you're going to be selling, right? So you want to make sure that you have consistency in your marketing as well. Um, the other thing is, as you move into December, what is December? December is when it's all hands on deck. It is a fast time. December is super fast. The most important day of selling in December is always the Saturday before Christmas. And now that Christmas is obviously December 25th, but it's also the start of Hanukkah, whatever that Saturday before Christmas Eve, the 23rd, those are high peak selling days. So make sure whatever that holiday is before Christmas, that weekend before Christmas, excuse me, that's when you're going to be selling a lot of product. Maybe during December, you're offering free gift wrapping or free gift bags. You're making it turnkey. So that person who's shopping late is able to just pick up their item and go. You really want to focus on promoting. Every week you can have a different promotion. Don't be afraid of putting something on sale. This is when there's a lot of noise in the marketplace. They see a lot of promotion. So you want to be right there. You want to make sure you're pricing it well and you're able to make profit, but this is definitely the time to start promoting. And then in January, that's when you and I are going to have sessions, and we're going to talk about what happened during a holiday. We want to go back and look at some hindsight. what worked well, what didn't work well, what did the customers like, what surprised you, what did you sell out of, what did you have to go back and figure out how you were going to sell more of it because you just didn't have enough, right? It might surprise you, but if you never ask those questions, you don't know what to do next. In our sessions in January, I love to like look at your sales reports from Shopify or Square or whatever software, payment software platform that you're using, so that we're able to see in real time the data that supports what happened during holiday. I just want to say, if you have any questions, please use the Q&A feature because we will answer those questions. We want all of your questions answered. All right, so here is my gift to you. What are some of the important holiday dates that we have? Remember, I said there's only about 88 days before Christmas. So there is a holiday that you might not be familiar with. It's Diwali. It is also the Festival of Lights. If you have any of your clients that are Indian, this is one of their largest and most important holidays. It is happening on November 1st, right? And so there's a lot of candles and bright colors. So if you have Indian customers, this is a holiday that you want to do some social media content around. You want to put out some email marketing to target them specifically leading up to this holiday. Black Friday is on Friday, November 29th. Which means that Thanksgiving is Thursday, November 28th. Thanksgiving is a little bit later this year, so be mindful of that. Hanukkah starts on Wednesday, December 25th and goes all the way through January 2nd. This is a Jewish holiday where there is a gift giving every night. They light the menorah and there's different gifts that they give. So it is going all the way to January 2nd. So make sure it is much later this year than it was last year. So be mindful of those dates. Christmas, of course, is on Wednesday, December 25th. And then Kwanzaa goes from December 26th all the way through January 1st. And there are gifts that are given through that is given through the dates of Kwanzaa. So the next thing I want to show you is if you book a consulting session with me, or we definitely have others on the team, this is what we will go through. We will start to build your own holiday checklist. This is what was so useful for my business owners when we got ready for holiday 2023. But now we're in holiday 2024. This is only an example, but I just kind of wanted to walk you through some of the activities that you will be doing, and we will make it specifically for your business and the product that you are selling. It goes all the way back to September 15th through the 30th, working on gift packaging, what that looks like, scheduling product photo shoots, hiring seasonal staff. We'll talk more about the hiring of people next week. So make sure that you register for that session. Back to our holiday checklist, October 1st through the 15th, you're sending email blasts to your past customers. You're creating social media assets. I would say that first week of October, start to schedule out some of your social media posts for October. Get that done. Start researching where you want to do some farmers market or where you want to sell. One of the places that I like that provides a lot of great information is Miami Friendors, Friendors. That is a great resource to find different festivals, marketplaces, groups to be able to sell at in Miami. So again, that is Miami Friendors, Friendors. Some of you might already be familiar with that. In the latter part of October, obviously there's Halloween. So if you have products that go along with Halloween, but you want to start your social media promotion and you want to start, being very consistent on social media. You don't want this kind of, you put it out there one time and then you are like, Roslyn, I haven't been consistent. You want to, the reason we're being prepared is that you'll be consistent. So you want to also update your website with new products, because you've taken your pictures, right? So update your website November 1st using, again, this is only an example. Um, Hi, Cindy, I see your hand is raised. Can you put your question in the Q&A, use the Q&A function? But I do see you. Hey, how are you? Launch your holiday collection on your website, social media, and then you start to prepare for Black Friday. You start promoting Black Friday, and then you start thinking about Cyber Monday. You start thinking about Shop Small Saturday. Listen, Shop Small Saturday is all for you. It is for supporting local businesses. So make sure that on that Saturday after Thanksgiving that you have an idea of where you want to sell your product. All right, so let's see what the Q&A. Will you please share the website again to find local events in Miami? Miami Frienddoors. I think it's miamifrienddoors.com. But Alexis, if you can look for that and put it in the chat, I would love.
Absolutely. I will go ahead and put it in the chat for you all.
Awesome. Thank you. And then after Thanksgiving, it's important. Let's do a session. Let's do a session with one of the consultants so you can understand what worked well during your promotional time in Black Friday and Shop Small Saturday and Cyber Monday. Don't just move on to December. You want to talk about what sold well. What do I need to make more of? What do I need to promote more? All of those we can do in kind of a kind of Black Friday hindsight. So I would say that is done towards the first week of December. Sorry, let me go back. So that's kind of a timeline. Again, I will make it, we can work together, we can collaborate and make it very much create, like very much specific to your individual product and your individual industry. But here's the thing I want to say, what's most important during holiday is that you take care of yourself. If you are not in your business, you will, you you're going to miss the opportunity to be a part of the highest selling uh, time of the year, which is Christmas and October, November and December, Black Friday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Diwali. Like you're going to miss that opportunity. You got to take care of yourself. Maybe it's if it's accessible to you, doing some type of exercise, dancing around the house, going for a walk. The weather will start to get cooler. You want to eat well. You want to spend time with your family. I can't tell you how many times by the time I celebrate Christmas, by the time Christmas came when I was in retail, I would have done 15 to 17-hour days and I couldn't move. I had like hurt my back or I had a cold, I had the flu. You got to take care of yourself again, because if you are not in the business, and you have to remember that I said this, you matter, especially during holiday. So here's your homework. And you might think, I have homework? Yes, you have homework. Your homework is to decide, when do you want to launch your holiday collection or your holiday product? It might be something that you already have, but you just want to kind of highlight and showcase it. Pick a date because we can work backwards from that date. You also want to create a timeline of, I want to do this kind of based on what I showed you. Create just this timeline. This is what I want to do in October. This is what I want to do in November, December, January. If you need help with that, there's going to be a QR code where you can book a meeting with us. Forecast how many you want to sell, how many units of your bottle of water, how many swimsuits, how many books, whatever it is that you're selling, how many of that item do you want to sell? That's going to be most important because that's really going to help dictate what your timeline is, what your investment needs to be in regards to getting your inventory and being prepared for holiday. And then obviously start buying the raw materials or start working with your suppliers to make sure that you are able to get that inventory in on a timely basis. There was a lady that I knew She was a part of a holiday gift guide for Oprah, the O magazine. And believe it or not, her product ended up stuck on a ship. Remember last year when there was all of those ships that were stuck in Long Beach where they come in from China and she couldn't get her product. The part of being prepared is to make sure that you have the inventory to deliver for your customers, especially if you're selling wholesale, like you're shipping into someone else to sell for you. Uh, and what's most important is that you have a wonderful holiday. If I don't get the opportunity to talk to you, but I really hope that I do, that is filled with strong sales. So let me look in our chat, or Alexis, if there's any questions that you see, if you can let me know, that would be great.
Yes, so Cindy wanted to know if we would have access to the presentation after the event. Absolutely, you will have access. And then I also provided the link for Miami Friend Doors. I provided the overall event calendar link and also the link to apply to become a vendor. Those will be in the chat, and we will make sure that you get those as well in the follow-up email. Um,
Yes. I forgot to say, what is also important is when you are selling your product, what happens after they buy from you is sometimes more important than the actual sale. The after sales process, you want to make sure that you might get a lot of new clients during the holiday. So make sure that they know how to get back in touch with you to be able to order. Maybe you have a QR code that will send them to your website if they want to reorder, or it will send them to your social media platforms, whether it's Facebook or Instagram or even LinkedIn. Maybe you have a business card that you drop in their bag, a postcard. You want there to be something that makes you sticky, that they know, like, if I run out of this cream or this oil, I know how to order more. A lot of times we miss the opportunity. We just kind of take the cash or take the payment and we forget to get information from them. What's their email? What's their phone number? Cindy, I would love to know, what do you sell? I know that Sonia sells swimsuits, but Cindy, what do you sell? So let's talk about. I want to put back up the slide for homework, so you kind of know what you're going to be working towards. But in our next session, we're going to talk more about the financial performance and understanding how to read our sales information and how to know how to project out our sales if we're kind of struggling to know how many units that we actually want to sell. We'll also talk about the staffing piece, very important. You don't want to just kind of be haphazard. You want to be able to find the best person to help represent your brand. So we will talk about that. Um, but also start learning your payment processing platforms, whether it's PayPal, Zelle, Square, Shopify. You want to make sure you understand they're going to start pushing a lot of information because they're kind of changing how they are selling, some of their added benefits. So make sure you are understanding what they offer, and then start looking for, if you are shipping, who's going to be offering the best prices? Is it FedEx? Is it UPS? Is it going to be USPS, our post office? Start researching those prices as well, so you have a full understanding of how much it costs you to send product to your customers. All right. Um, Alexis, was there anything else that was asked?
No, there were no more questions at this time,
Okay.
but I did want to encourage you all to make sure that if you have not, to please register for part 2. I am going to put the link in the chat for that as well.
And if you're interested in consulting, let me go back to that slide. You can see right here where all of our handles are. You can get, most of you learned about this by knowing our different, getting an email from us where we promote all of our different sessions, but also we have YouTube. This will go on YouTube, as well as Instagram and Facebook. We would love to know if this was beneficial to you. So here's a QR code. Pull out your phone. Just let us know. We want to know and make sure that we are providing content that is uh, important for you. Hi, Carmen. Yeah, start thinking about holiday. It's so important. It'll put you in front of it'll put you top of mind over the people who wait to the last minute. What do you sell, Carmen? Can you put it in the chat? I would love to know. Carmen, Cindy, what do you ladies sell? Um, so here's a question. Carmen, you sell gourmet dog treats. Awesome. This year, I'm adding handmade jeweled dog collars. I love that. Hi, Sonia. This was really helpful. Cindy, you said, is there a directory to join with this network? I'll popcorn that over to Alexis.
Yeah, so if you are receiving these emails for the webinars, that means you're already included in the network here at the SBDC. If you would like to provide your services, um, I'm going to put my email directly to you and we can discuss kind of what you're interested in doing offline.
Yeah. So you have a service-based business, Cindy. I'm glad that you shared that with us. Digital marketing. I help folks with social media. Okay. So it's important for you to be talking about you can already have content saying, hey, are you ready for a holiday? Have you thought about where you're going to be posting on social media? You can really you want to start getting people's mind thinking about holiday, right? The way you're able to provide them the best customer experience is if they're not waiting until the last minute. You're prepared for them. All right. I think that's all that we have right now. I thank you each so much for being attentive. And we definitely look forward to seeing you for part two. The link is in the chat where you can sign up for that part two. I never take the full hour. I like to be as brief as possible, but provide you the most information because I want to be able for us to talk in a customized way, one-on-one in one of our consulting sessions. So make sure you reach out to the SBDC if you're not already one of my clients like Sonia is. I would love that. All right. Anything else, Alexis? Let's see.
Yes, please. As uh, Roslyn mentioned, we
Hi,
would
Kathleen. It's so good to see you.
Hi,
Hey.
Kathleen. We would really appreciate your feedback so that we can do more things like this that are really tailored to your needs
Mhm.
as small business owners. So I'm going to also put the short survey link in the chat. Rosalind has also shared the QR code. It will also be in the presentation, but we really encourage you to take the time to do that so we can know the ways that we can better assist you and the kind of content that will truly make the difference in your business.
Yes. And as I said, wishing you all a phenomenal holiday if I don't get the opportunity. Just have fun out there. Like it can be so wild during the holiday. Just have fun. Yeah. All right. I think we've answered everything. And have a wonderful afternoon, everyone.
Thank you all.